Good morning, everyone. I don't have any music playing. Hold on. What's with this OBS scene? Alright, where's my music? Hold on. Where's my music? Where are my sounds? Here. Here. There we go. Good morning. We have sound. Huzzah! Huzzah! And yeah, you guys get a nice chair too. You guys can sit down in a wonderfully nice chair. I did not field questions this time because I didn't know. I don't really know what had to be asked. I felt like there wasn't a need for questions, but if I see a question in chat and I think I have an answer for it, I'll answer it. This chair hurts your ass? You're not the only one sitting on the same chair. We're sitting on the same chair. I think it's quite comfortable. It's a quite comfortable chair. A comfortable chair. Well, welcome everyone. Today we are just gonna be... I don't know. We're gonna be talking about ENreco. I think it's good. I think it's good to get all my thoughts out on Jonathan, character-wise. Thoughts about his actions. Thoughts on the overall experience of ENreco Chapter 2. Stuff like that, so that we can pack it up and put it away until the next chapter comes out. It's a good time to do it, you know? It's like we just went through a really, really long, eventful week. It's been one whole week of non-stop happenings. So for it to just like end, you know, feels a little like, oh my god, what's happening? So I think it's good. Let's talk about it. It's still fresh on everyone's mind, still fresh on my mind. So we can just talk it through, and then maybe you can have a little insight on what's going on in my head, and then maybe it'll sate your curiosity a little bit, or like temper the flame of going, oh my god, that the ending of chapter 2 is so hype, and how am I gonna cope? But here can have little bits and pieces, and then at the end of the stream I will go over Supas that I missed. Thank you everyone for watching me, for looking over me, looking out for me. Jonathan G's journey. I don't even know where to start though. I'm still kind of, I don't know, after yesterday's stream, what did I do? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. I think I was like passively working, but I wasn't really doing anything productive. But it was like, at least it was like kind of productive. You know, when you do something that's not your main task, but if you do it, it's not productive, but it's not like the most productive thing you could be doing. It's only like on the side productive. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just like casually, so casually working on things that I don't have to be working on right now. Very, very casually working. Gaslight yourself into thinking you're doing something productive but aren't actually. Yeah, also unrelated. Yesterday, I was just sitting there, I don't know, somewhere around 4 AM. I was like, wow. I'm gonna take out my leverless controller and open GBF Versus. So I opened it and looked at Samplefon a little bit, and now I'm thinking about streaming it this week. So heads up! Probably gonna go through the story and look at Samplefon this week. Yay! Yippee! Schedule will be coming out also. I don't know when. Maybe tonight? I don't know. I have some things already planned for this week. There's like a few collabs that are being planned or they're already on my calendar. And then I'm thinking of where to stick my solo streams, and I think one of them will at least be Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. So we can play the story. Do I actually main Sanalphon? I can force myself to main him. I don't play that game. I don't know what any of the characters do. I play for the story. I'm a story player. And I know, didn't they add a story like the part 2? Because when I played the first time, they only had part 1. Is the second part out? I need to know. I have to know. And we'll play it. We're going to play it and we're gonna read. Doesn't everyone love reading? Yes, it's out, so I have to play it. There's 3 parts? Okay, I've already done the first part. I think. I don't know. I got to the part where Versusia it appears. I don't know if that's part 1. But it's like, oh my god, the Versus is a real thing? The antagonist is Versusia? Real. Her actual real name, Versusia. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Versus Ia. Versus Ia. Versusia. 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 It's like Versusia, but that's not Versus. That's not how you pronounce Versus. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Versusia! Because her name is it's French. Versus. The Among Us is killing you? Why is the Among Us killing you? I'm playing Among Us today, everyone, if you didn't know. It's Rara's birthday today. We'll probably hop into there when... I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually be going long enough when she starts streaming, but we'll hop into... Rara, she is having an announcement today with an unarchived karaoke. Her very first. Give her lots of love. And she's streaming for 12 hours on her birthday. And lots of love for the Chitini. And then Among Us. Among Us. There's gonna be Among Us later. Okay. Anyways. I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to begin on this journey. I suppose... I don't know. Okay. Let me see. I'm pulling in the back of my mind. Out of my mind. What was my plan going into it? I had the very vaguest of ideas on the day of. Because there is a meeting on the day, the opening ceremony day, where it's just like, oh, make sure everyone can connect properly, and you can kind of sort out you can try and attempt to sort out your audio balance right now. So everyone was online, and then we had a meeting, very vague meeting that was going over the mechanics of the game. And then people were like, what's happening, everyone? Do you have a vague idea of your characters? And we chose things it was just like, vote here for this and this. So everything I know is based off of people's emote reactions. I also added them. I was like, what's going on, guys? What are you doing? I add everyone. And I'm like, sorry. What are you guys doing? And then some people had a vague idea, and then I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, I didn't know if I was keeping Jonathan up until the very opening day. I didn't know what was going on. Like, in a previous meeting, I'm like, so, what's going on in the story? What's happening, guys? Am I supposed to carry on does my character get carried over? Or are we supposed to start new or what? What's happening? And then they're like, well, you can do what you want. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't help me. That answer does not help me. But yeah, when you have too much freedom, where it's like, you know, this is kind of what we had in mind, but you were free to do literally whatever, and I'm like, okay. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, of course. Anything I want. And then on the day of, I wasn't actually planning for Jonathan to lose his memories, but the way the plot was written on the very beginning, it was like, the way the event started with Fia talking, and then it really felt like people were losing memories, and then I kind of got swept away in the pressure of the event, and I was like, uh-oh. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't intended. Before I started, I was like, okay, Jonathan probably has his memories. And I was intending in the beginning for a more, like, jaded, serious route, kind of. It was, I was planning for it to be that he remembers his pearl, but he doesn't know why everyone does not remember his pearl, and also why his pearl was missing. And then he would be like suspicious of everyone on stuff like that. And that was my initial plan going into it. But then it was really, really chaotic. It just something happened. It got really chaotic, and it got, yeah, just day one, and then I fell off that horse, and then was like, whatever. But that was the initial intention. Like an hour before the opening day started, an hour before my stream started, that was my plan going into it. But then reading the NPC dialogue in story, it derailed, and then it became what it became right now. Yeah, Fia said things about lost memories, and I'm like, everyone lost their memory. Everyone, we all did. Did we all lose our memory? Whoopsies. Peer pressured by an NPC. That goddamn cat. That damn cat. And I think what is very difficult about live Minecraft RP is that you are very restricted by the medium. Kind of. And I think the map this time around was really small. And you would always be in literally anyone's business. It was impossible not to be in someone else's business. And then on the first day when the proximity chat was kind of broken, and you are literally in everyone's business because you can hear them from across the kingdom. It was wild. Yeah, it was funny, but it was crazy. Yeah, the walls are very thin in this kingdom. I also think it's because they're... I don't know. I feel like I understand from like a staff creator point of view, like the people creating the plots and events and stuff, that they don't want to give too much guidance to the talents, or like be like, oh, this is probably what you should do, because they want to give you freedom to play in it, and they also want the talents to just like have fun, and they don't. If you put too many restrictions on something, it can feel like a chore and a task, or something that they are. If you give them too many things, they feel like they are forced to do something. So that's why I understand why there is like, they want you to have as much freedom as possible, so you don't feel like you're doing a chore or you're forced to be playing ENreco. But it is like, from like a roleplay standpoint, is that you have a lot of people coming in to an experience with different varying expectations of a roleplay. You know what I mean? It's like you're not all on if you want to have a serious roleplay, you have to convey that beforehand. Otherwise, it's not going to be serious. And I don't think it has to be serious, but people who are searching for serious roleplay, if like a viewer is like, why aren't they being serious? It's because everyone is on, we're just on different pages. That's why I think the silliness is fun though. Everything was fun and silly. I enjoy the silliness of it all. Fun time, silly time, and I talked about this, I don't know what stream I talked about this in. I brought it up in another stream. I don't know if it was in my Grammarship stream or it was from another stream. But there's also the element of that it's live, that we are streaming it, and that we have a live audience, and that even though we're role-playing, everyone has experience in streaming. They literally can keep up while they're role-playing. They look at their chat's on their other monitor. They see their chat while they're role-playing, and they're obviously affected and swayed by their chat. And sometimes I feel like you have to close your chat. Sometimes you need to do that. The voices! So I think that's what makes, like, live roleplay a little difficult, is that when you do certain things and then you get immediate feedback and you're witnessing the immediate feedback, it either, like, pressures you or, like, guides you into doing things. Or it's like, because when you're role-playing, you're also thinking, what is the best thing that I could do, not only for myself, but for the audience? And I did that too. I was like, this is gonna be really fun. Me when I'm like, oh, this is gonna go crazy. This will be something that's so funny for chat. Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like the way things are set up, it's really, really difficult if you are actually looking. If you're like a viewer and you're searching for something like, oh, I want something that's really serious, and they really get into it. It's hard. It's hard when there's so many people in the roleplay and when everyone is doing it live. It's much easier if you're doing a sit down, right? Like, you're sitting down, you're doing a tabletop experience, you really get into your character, you don't have to care, you don't care what you're doing because no one is watching except the people at your table. Yeah, it really is improv. It's just silly, goofy, silly moments, silly, goofy, silly times. But they are siblings, the best save you ever seen. I fully believe that Jonathan believed that they were siblings by the end of it. He may not have believed it at first when he had that conversation, but he convinced himself that they were siblings to convince Cecilia Immerkine that they are siblings. So they were truly siblings at the end of it in his mind. He gaslit so hard he believed it himself. Yeah! He can't fool his friend if he doesn't truly believe it. Yeah, it still wasn't explicitly said. He didn't say, I love her, not as a sibling. Or she is not my sister and I love her. He never said that. He never said those words. He just said, I care for her. I decided to save this world because of her. Because why? They're siblings. Has a nickname? Do you not have a nickname for your sibling? Do you not use nicknames for your sibling? What do they have a really long name? And everyone else calls them by a nickname. You don't call them by that nickname? You just call them by their full legal name? I'm not doing that. It would be too weird if I called you by your nickname that literally everyone and our parents call you because it's weird. Sippy. Drink. Yum 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 yum. Well, after my plans got incredibly derailed, I was just like thinking to myself, how do I get these memories back? I do think that I don't know. I get not showing us the things in advance because they want my honest reaction on this situation. You know? They hand us things and it's our first time seeing it on stream and we're reacting to it alongside everyone in chat. But it's kind of hard when thinking about your character. It's like, I don't know. I feel like 8 days was a little long, and also I was kind of dragging my feet, dragging Jonathan's feet, because I had no idea what was gonna happen. And I was like, I don't want to resolve this too quickly, but I don't know what's going on. This is an arc that should be finished by the end of his chapter, but what's happening? Just no clue. Yeah, there's a trade-off. It's like you get our live reactions and it's fun and all, but it's difficult to plot out, to think about your character arc and where you want to go because you don't know where the story is going. So you're always amending it on the fly. There's a lot of things in my head when I open stream and I'm like, I could probably do this today, and then none of that happened. None of that happened! Was there some behind the scenes? I can't speak for everyone because I don't know what's going on in everyone's DMs, but I was... What is this? I was messaged by Shiori. I don't know on what day, but she messaged me. She just like, how do you want this to end? I'm like, I don't know. Shrugging emoji. But I did tell her. I was like, I had a clear idea of what I wanted for Jonathan at the end of it, and it was, I definitely did not want him to be in a relationship because I don't think he had to. I don't think he deserved to be in one. So I told her, I was like, I don't know how it's gonna end. I don't mind how it ends, but this is what I am planning for Jonathan's character arc, and he will most definitely need to be alone. And then I listed out some things that could happen. I was like, if you did this, or you want to do this, or if you want to take this plot point, is probably, you know, whichever one you want to choose, I can work with that. And then that's basically it. That was basically what I said, and then it just, everything else was like winged. Don't deserve... from the very beginning, from the start of it all, I did not want Jonathan G to end this chapter in a relationship. I did not want that. And I think a lot of what he was doing, you know, if we take his in-character actions throughout the week, is, I think it was all self-sabotage, you know? Because in my head, he knows he's kind of a pushover, but he doesn't like saying no to people. And he is kind of pushing the responsibility of someone rejecting him onto them. So that's why I don't think he's like... That's why I was trying to express that he is also at fault, because he is pushing the responsibility onto other people because he can't do it himself. And that's... And everyone's like, no, it's not your fault. But it is his fault. It was his fault. And just because you are morally good and that you try and take good options most of the time, it does not mean that you are a good person. Like, you can be good, but sometimes you are not good, right? It's like there's nuance into everything. You can be a morally good person and still make bad choices. Yeah. So I think a lot of it was like, oh, if I just like do something extremely and I scare this person away, then they'll just like hate me and leave me, and then that ends that because he didn't want it anyways. So I don't think, you know, if it ended up like day 3, she's like, ew, I'm out of here, I don't think he'd be too upset about it. Yeah, I don't think he would be too mad. He'd just be like, cool. Oh, that, like, damn, that sucked. Got the ick? She kind of did. Yeah, she kind of got the ick. Almost worked. And I do think that Jonathan depended on Shiori's niceness and kindness towards him, because, I don't know, I think he is fond of her, but, like, he got other things going on. He got more things happening in his life, and I also think that him going to Shiori in the end, like, people are like, no, you should be selfish, and you should run to her, you should tell her your feelings, but, like, he doesn't really know his feelings, and that would just be... It would be like a disservice to Shiori. Or, like, in character, it would be the wrong choice. And it would be fucked up. and I think it's like... The entire season, people are pushing for him to make his own decision, and then now you are not happy with his decision? Like, that was his choice. His choice was to not go to her because he wanted to work on himself. And that was a choice he made on his own. And they're like, no, not your choice that you made. But that was Jonathan's choice. He wants to find himself. He wants to do things. And perhaps in the next season, we will get to see a more independent Jonathan making choices and decisions. His future depends on him? On him? And I think season 2, chapter 2, ended his arc pretty much where I wanted it to be. I think it was fine. Okay, so there was like a 20% chance of him crashing out and going sicko mode. And I had the door open. But things did not play out in the order that needed to happen for him to crash out and go sicko mode. But it was on the table. It was never a no. But it was open. The door was always open. It just didn't happen. Go sicko mode? I don't know. If someone pushed him hard enough, I do think that he could have lashed out. Anything could have happened. And then, so there's multiple things in my head where he unintentionally hurt someone. I think that could to lead to some crashing out. I don't think he would. If he unintentionally hurt someone, like if he actually pushed Shiori off the roof of the building, I think that would be a crazy crash out. I don't know. If like someone were to manipulate him, he would also have like push him against his loyalty to the queen and make him like super choose between them, or like do something towards the queen and be like, didn't you do this? Like, didn't you promise? And then I think he would also crash out, like mental boom, about questioning his honor and stuff. His mental boom dying. There's just a little more push. It's like the things that people were saying to do against the queen were really like, if they said to manipulate the queen in some way, I think he would be very conflicted if he had to manipulate the queen. And I think that would also kill the queen if she got manipulated by Jonathan. Ugh, that would be a terrible end. Wow! Wow! Write that down! Who wants angst? Imagine the queen's reaction if she had actually gotten manipulated by her trusty knight. Her loyal knight that has her back all the time. They trust each other intrinsically. And she gets manipulated by him? Wow. That's a fanfic prompt idea. Someone can write it. Didn't happen, so you can write it. Someone get to it. Get on to it. Waiter, more eggs, please. I don't know. I will give you my thoughts. My honest thoughts. Just kidding. Before the final cutscene happened, I had a vague idea of what I wanted Jonathan to do in Season 3, but now I don't know if I'm going to do it. But now I'll see if it's possible to do it. I don't know. I literally don't know what's going to happen in Chapter 3. It seems like Advent is going to be evil. Does that mean... Wow, what does that... How does that affect the roleplay? When everyone's doing slice of life things, what if all of the... What if someone needs help with a dungeon, but they're Advent? Do I say fuck off? Or do I go, oh no, I'll help you in the dungeon out of the goodness of my heart. And also because I know that you were busy yesterday in real life. That's the hard thing too. It's like, it's difficult to turn people down in RP because everyone is busy out of RP. And then they ask, they're like, is anyone free to help with the dungeon today? And I'm like, yeah, I can help. And then you also, when you're like, can anyone help me? And then they're like, yeah, I can help. Crazy. No reason to turn someone down from doing a dungeon. But dungeons are kind of like a resting point where they're vaguely out of character, I think. I think the most amount of times I was called Gigi was in a dungeon. Once you get into a dungeon, everyone... Everyone just forgets what's going on. They're like, I have got to solve this. I have to solve this puzzle. Nom, 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 nom. Crazy. Yeah, but my idea, I had this idea a couple days ago, like near the end of me wrapping up Jonathan's arc, probably like day 6 or something, day 7. I was thinking it would be really, really awesome and really cute if in season 3, Jonathan made a shop and it would be like a PI. He would be a PI where he would just be doing random things for people, or like 100 coin and I will do anything you want. And he's just like a handyman. He does like odd ends and tasks. And he's like, do you think your loved one is cheating on you? I'll spy on them for you. Oh, you need help building something? I'll help. Oh, you need someone to collect material for you? Okay, I'll do that. That's what I had in mind for him. I might do it still. I don't know. It depends on what happened. Yeah, like a detective agency. That was my initial thought. My initial thought was like, what if he made a private detective agency? So he just did little things and solved little mysteries in the kingdom, and wouldn't that be so cute? But then I was also like, what if he just did every single odd ends and tasks, literally everything. Reporter/journalist? He can't do that. He can't be a reporter/journalist. He would just be doing handyman work. And if someone needs information on someone, stalking people around. You think there will be friendly fire next chapter? I don't know. I literally don't know. All information I get is like staggered and once every couple months. Maybe all the information I received for this was like staggered every couple months. And just like little bits and pieces being dangled over my head. And I'm like, cool. Doesn't think about Jonathan for the rest of the month. Until the day. Doesn't think about him until it happens. Any theories for next chapter? Advent. Evil. Curse. Save them. That's my guess. Those are my thoughts. My current thoughts to that. What if you are wondering what Jonathan's reaction is to seeing Shiori? Well, I don't know. Ask when chapter 3 comes out. You're gonna have to find out in chapter 3. You will have to wait. Also, I don't know. I guess like the way I was building Jonathan's character arc and him going on this journey for himself, or like just becoming more independent. It's because, I don't know, going by trends, surely there will be another season, so things don't have to be completely wrapped up at the end of chapter 2. So I was building it in a way where I'm like, this will strengthen his character for another chapter. If there were another chapter. Slowly building. Yeah, and then this way doesn't feel too hasty, and now it's a more fleshed out chapter or character for future chapters. Would Jonathan want the money for his house? No, he doesn't want his money back. Hoping for anything new with my revelation? I was wondering if I should complain about it. I was thinking about it. That I'm like, how come I don't do damage on my point of impact? What? It doesn't make sense. How come the damage doesn't happen where I land? It makes sense for it to happen, the damage to be an AoE circle upon where I land. But it does damage in front of where I land. So I land on them to do damage past them? What? Why? So I was vaguely thinking about asking them to change it to an AoE circle where I land. Because then it makes sense. It just... As it stands, it's unintuitive. So it should be intuitive? But I know how it works now, so I don't really need it to change. But it would make more sense for it to do damage on impact. My input is necessary. Mayhaps. Did chat bother you while role-playing? I won't lie. I will not lie to you all. I think the amount of people spamming red flags in chat whenever Shiori appeared on screen. And I'm like, guys, but if he does not confront this, then how will he grow? I don't know, it was just like any mention of Shiori, and there's kind of like a lot of red flags, and also like, don't speak to her. But if I don't speak to her, then there's no growth, there's no character development. What of the development? And then also, I think the other time was, I think on the day that people, the book that she put in her shop, and I didn't know, but I think like the moment I logged in, people were like spamming in chat for me to go to my tree and everything. But Jonathan only knows that he has to go to the shop and buy the book. And I didn't know Morden Ramsey purchased the book. And he would have eventually gone to his tree. But I definitely prolonged it a little. I was like, okay, well then I don't know what happened. But he would have eventually gone to the tree. And he would have seen it. And then I got pulled into a bunch of RPs. And people were like, read the book! Read it now! And I'm like, but he's preoccupied. I think reading the book in the middle of like, it's just like totally not right. It's not... It wasn't the time or place to be reading a book. Yeah, so I didn't want to read it in those situations. There was like a few more. If he had a moment to himself and there was no one around, or if the dungeon wasn't happening, he probably would have read it earlier. But I don't know. He's like being pulled along into a bunch of scenarios and things. And what do you want him to do? In the middle of talking to someone, he just like pulls out a book in front of their face? someone is speaking on the phone with someone, pulling out a book. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Also, there's less impact. He's reading a very serious, like, kind of bittersweet book while in, like, a very happy setting. And then... needed the right time and place for that to be read. There needed a moment of quiet. Also, it makes for better reflection. Hold on, outsider. I have to read my book. Step aside, outsider. There's a book in my pockets that I must read. I must read this book. I has to. Though, oh my god, doing this? Playing Enreco is really fun though. I enjoyed Enreco. I enjoy like making a character, and I will say Enreco kind of inspired me. I have like this roleplay thought in my head that I thought would be really, really funny and really fun to do, but I don't know the logistics of pulling it off, and I don't know if anyone is interested in it. And so in my head, I'm like, so if I want to do this really, really kind of convoluted RP that kind of has no benefits to, like, no immediate benefits to anyone, I should do it if a future, like, if I ever get new Kohais, if a future generation comes out, I should use my senpai tax and I should host that RP so they feel compelled to do it and they have to do. The moment, whenever they appear, I just have it in waiting and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, we're gonna... So it wouldn't be a stream. I have this really, really strange RP idea. I want to try and find out if it's possible to host a forum RP for all of EN, and if they would participate in a forum RP. But I wanted to do like an anonymous forum RP, like text RP, and it would be anonymous that no one knows who they're talking to, and they make their own characters and they would like be messaging each other anonymously, and I would have it in a way that viewers are able to look on the website, but they also don't know who's role-playing. So it would be like an event happening live that you would have to tune into a website to oversee. And I think it would be fun. But I have to find out how it works, how many people will be interested. You'd think they would know who is who, but it's roleplay. You can roleplay literally anyone. I would be like, it's an anonymous roleplay. Just make any character you want, and then you roleplay as that character. I don't know. I have to think about logistics of everything. It's just an idea. An idea in my head. I don't it's it wouldn't be so I wasn't thinking of like a really serious RP scenario where it's anonymous. I was thinking of like some Love is Blind shit. I think it would be hilarious. So everyone is watching reality television and no one knows who's talking to who. It would be really funny. It would be really funny. So silly. I don't know. I don't know though. I could turn it into a stream, but it would be cool as a website. Kind of a large undertaking, though. I'll cook on it. I have years to do it. Everyone, keep this idea in your head. Maybe it'll happen 2 years from now. I don't know. I have a few ideas of things I want to do this year for like streams, but they're still being cooked. Ever so vaguely. I just have like a list of things that I potentially want to do, but I do a lot of things last second. Things get done last second. Someone's gonna clip this, and then someone that's auditioning is gonna watch this, and then they're gonna be on their forum like, I love role-playing. Role-playing is my favorite thing! In their interviews, I just love role-playing, and also I would be a great DM! Role-playing is my passion! Yum, 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 yum. Deeply interested in Love is Blind RPs. I am incredibly interested in potentially role-playing anonymously in a Love is Blind roleplay scenario. And then they're like, what the hell is this? What? Why'd they write that? Why'd they write that in their application? And I love Roblox. Honestly, if ENreco was not on Minecraft, I would hope it was on Roblox. And I think they should get Roblox perm so they can make ENreco on Roblox. Life is Roblox. You can do so much on Roblox, though. Roblox is kind of crazy. You can do literally everything on Roblox. There are some games I played on Roblox that are insane. And you play and you're like, this is Roblox? I'm on Roblox right now? Roblox RP. Enreco Roblox version. All RP as little seals. It's raining tacos. Da 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 da. Tacos. Bum ba da ba dum. Da da. If you've ever played Be a Silly Seal, there's an igloo with a dance floor, and it just loops that song over and over again. And then you're just dancing, and you're like, it's raining tacos. You've never played Roblox before? Well, you should. Roblox is awesome. Roblox is fun. I think, Be a Silly Seal's biggest problem is that... I don't know if you're saying this. When everyone logs in to Be a Silly Seal, there's a large amount... There are... people on Be a Silly. There's too many when you're on Be a Silly Seal. There's too many people giving Seal back shots, and I mean this SRFs. Have you ever been on Be a Silly Seal before? You know what I'm talking... You have to play the game to understand! And I've seen clips of it too! I am so brave. I am quite brave. Oh my god! Should I also... I don't know! There are some people on Roblox that are like ERPing at all times. And like there are children in this game. One time I was on Roblox with Crony and we were on a random, I don't want to say what thing we were playing. We were like on a random simulation game. And then there was just like these 3-4 people that were they were ERPing with each other. And we were like, what's going on? It was so weird. And I was like, what's happening? But they're just like, they can't say bad words because Roblox censorship will get you. If you ask what's your name, Roblox like snipes you out of the air. You can't ask someone their name. But they're like, ooh yeah, sit on me. And then their avatars are like these gigantic slug blobs or like these weirdest things. And they're like, oh man, sit on me. Get right here. I'm like, what? This is what in the Roblox is going on? It was wild experience. Crazy wild experience. It's like if there is a way, people will be doing it. Do you remember? Does anyone remember Gaia Online Barton Towns? And people would get their avatars naked and sit up and down rapidly on a person. And they would just spam sit up and down. Guilty! Caught. We found someone in chat that did it! I don't know. If there is a way, people will do it. It is in human nature. Didn't it happen in the GTA server? And then they were like, hey guys, knock that shit out. Cut that shit out. Yeah, then the gods in the sky were like, hey, whatever you're doing with those emotes, stop it right now. Happened in Enreko yesterday. Who's in Minecraft getting dirty? Getting freaky. It's okay. You can't tell what's going on in Minecraft. YouTube can't snipe you for what's going on in Minecraft. First we mine, and then we craft. Flint and steel, chicken jockey. La 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 lava. Cha 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 chicken. Steve's lava chicken. Na 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 bam bam. Man in a minute, 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 bam bam. Anyways, I do expect Jonathan to get his memories of his Pearl back at some point, but I don't know how. I have to think about it. Now that it's he doesn't have it in the very beginning that I was initially planning on it, I have to think of how he will get it back. I got really lucky with Crony's video and all. That wasn't planned, but I was like, wow, this is a fantastic time to get my memories back of Queen Tam Gander. Phew! Thank God! Why did Jonathan forget again? Peer pressure from a little NPC cat in the library. He forgot his memories because the cat started saying some stuff. It was all the cat's fault! All that damn cat's fault! Hate when that happens. Some people didn't. Yeah, I think some people went in knowing that they wouldn't. Like, I think no matter what, they would keep their memories. But I'm very easily persuaded by NPC dialogue. And the way it was written made it sound like people lost their memories. And I was like, oh, should I lose my memories? I should. I guess I should lose my memories. I guess I'll forget. Guess I will forget then. I don't think memories will be lost going onwards from here. Unless they hit us with a truck and tell us to. Wouldn't it be crazy? We get isekai'd, and now it's like we're playing Minecraft, but it's modern day, and there's streets and everything instead of a kingdom. Wouldn't that be wild? No longer a kingdom! Now we have cone beanies. I would like that, though. I would like to see a map like that. I think it'd be really cute. That's what you want? That's what I want also. Urban Levestal. And it should be urban fantasy. And when you get isekai, you pick from 2 packs, the vampires or the werewolves. And alongside the Chapter 4 Enigmatic Recollection should be vampires versus werewolves urban fantasy. Send in your surveys. Let it be known. Everyone send those surveys. Tell them what you want. Make them gay. Yes! Yes! Quickly! Chapter 4 Twilight. Because the moon will always rise. Oh my god. So I don't like I guess I'll talk about this. I don't know. I think it's innocent enough to talk about. I don't like bringing up random Twitter drama because it's like literally not my place. Also, I don't want to it's not something I want to discuss. So I'm not talking about Twitter drama. I'm talking about someone quote retweeting Twitter drama, and I saw it, but they quote retweeted it with like this line that's like 3 things will not be forgotten: the sun, the moon, the truth, alongside the Twitter drama. And I'm like, they say that. When I saw that, I was like, they say that in Teen Wolf. That's a Teen Wolf quote. The entire time I'm like, oh my god, they say that in season 4 of Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf! Season 4! Teen Wolf everywhere you go. Everywhere I look is Teen Wolf. Crazy. We should have a Teen Wolf themed Enigmatic Recollection. Wait a second, it's all Teen Wolf? Always has been. It's Teen Wolf? I already got wolf packs. Need more. Need Wolf Vampire RP. Loved my part on Monster. How long did that song take to finish? What, like my personal recordings? One day being trapped in my recording closet? One night of being stuck in there? Mama mana, mama, mama, mana. I wonder if I can sing it. I probably can. I'm gonna sing at the end of this stream, and I'm gonna be this VOD's gonna be sniped. Mr. Hololive is going to come to my home and serve me some papers. You did so well. Oh my god, Narissa Ravencroft! I love you! Did you guys know Narissa Ravencroft of Hololive Advent English is going to have a cookie run stream in 50 minutes? And everyone should be there. It is in 50 minutes, right? I'm pretty sure it's in 50 minutes. And everyone should go look and watch her play Cookie Run and pull for the new cookie. Yay! Cookie Run! Make sure to do your dailies, everyone. I did my dailies today. Always show up after Twilight? I was saying that Enigmatic Recollection Chapter 4 should be vampires versus werewolves, and it should be set urban fantasy style. And we should probably do it on like the streets of, I don't know, New York. I don't know the setting. Imagine they recreate New York on Minecraft for Enigmatic Recollection. You'll do it? We need vampire werewolf roleplay. It would be so beautiful. That's what I want. That's what I truly want. My forum RP idea, where everyone is either a vampire or a werewolf, and they're also playing Love is Blind, and then they find out that their loved one is a vampire and they're a werewolf and they can't be, or then they get or they get really mean to each other in the messages, being like, ew, you would never catch me speaking to a vampire. Oh, I'm cooking? You think I'm cooking? Wild! And you find out, and then one person's like, no, we can make it work. And like, no, I would never love a werewolf. And then they're like, oh, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Wild. So wild. Claim they're a third option out of nowhere. Yeah, a human. You're either a werewolf, vampire, or a human. Take your pick. A choice. You get to one choice. No witches? No. You could be a vampire witch, or a werewolf witch, or a human witch, but witches are just a modifier. I'm making a TTRPG? But it's... No. When I make my own TTRPG and I'm forcing everyone to roleplay werewolves or vampires, I have very vague TTRPG ideas in my head. I don't know when I'll execute them. My schedule's a little kind of crazy right now. But maybe later. I'll really cook on it. I'll cook on a TTRPG. Don't know when. No one expect anything soon. And I genuinely mean that. I have no time to do anything. Patience! Patience, everyone. Good things comes to those who wait. I'm already kind of vaguely thinking about my birthday stream. Thinking about it in advance. I have some ideas in my head. I'm not spoiling, but I am thinking about it. Thinking about what I want to do for it. I have like 2 options right now. I'm still considering them. Will there be cake? Yes! Cake for all! Cake for every gram in the shoebox. Alright. Let me read through these supas. And then I will get to the supas that were in this stream. And then perhaps people have questions. I think some people sent supas that had questions. And then it will get us back on track. Because we lost the plot. Just like me losing the plot. I lost the plot. You don't like cake? But beams an image of a Grem twerking in your mind. How about now? I changed your mind, didn't I? Yeah. Now I bet you love cake. And now you like cake? I don't know what stream I read Supa's in. I think? Hold on. Alright. I don't know. Did I read this one? Day 1? Only the first couple of days? Alright, let me just look at my streams and see which one is longer. See if there's any ones that I linger on one screen for too long. It's the only way to find out. You just look at them. How long did I stick around for this stream? Did I stick around for this stream? No. Alright, I should be reading this stream then. Easy. Kept getting interrupted after writing my journal. There were some days where I'm like, I'm done for the day. Writes my journal, gets swept into a 1 hour plus side plot. Also, I know some people were like, there is the point where I think it was the Queen and the Hot Pink one that night where I was writing my journal and then the Queen was getting humiliated by the Hot Pink one. And everyone's like, go in there. And I'm like, I'm waiting, me standing outside waiting to submit my journal. Everyone's like, no, Jonathan, you have to save your queen. And I'm like, when do I get to end my stream? Twiddling my thumbs, but I'm not trying to stop, so I don't want to start something right now. Yes. So I was trying to hint, oh, we can solve this tomorrow. Voice, oh dear, voices in my head. We could do something about it tomorrow. Didn't it go for another 2 hours? Yeah. It is what happened. You know, if I do get pulled into something, who am I to say no? I wasn't trying to initiate it, though. Okay, day 1! Thank you, Miguel! Huzzah! Thank you, Infinity! Second G Mooning, so excited for the return of ENreco, one of the greatest pieces of cinemas, and the return of the King, Jonathan G. Well, I do not think Jonathan G would make a good king. Right now, at least, in my humble opinion, I do not think that he would make a good king. He is a knight with endless loyalty. I think he would be lost without someone to serve. I guess that's what we're trying to... He's trying to find himself. But I do think at his core, he will always be loyal to people. Lest something happens! Serving himself? More like he's serving... Slay. He's serving. My favorite thing, my favorite picture to come from Enreco Chapter 2 is the person drawing the meme where Queen Tam Gander is standing in front of Jonathan G with her arm out, and she's like, her pronouns are it's so funny. I love that meme so much. It was, what a beautiful image. So beautiful. Damn gender. It is such a good meme. Thank you for an actual diamond time for peak fiction. Huzzah! Peak. We've gotta find peak fiction. We gotta find a way out of this peak fiction. Thank you, Force Mooney. Thank you, Asgore. Huzzah! Thank you, Lunar. Huzzah! Thank you, Asgore and Cinereg. Huzzah! Huzzah! A way out of this split fiction. We have to find a way out of this split peak fiction. Me and Cece are talking about going back and finishing split fiction, but we don't know when. I don't know. I think when me and Cece collab, it's like we know we will eventually finish something. So that's why we're always okay with pushing things off, because we know that we can easily schedule things between each other. But if there are other things that are being scheduled, we're just like, we'll just do these first, and we can always go back to it. Because it's easier to find out our schedules, and then the other things are like, oh, we should probably do those. Can always go back. Does that mean RE6 will get finished? Maybe. Eventually. It takes two to find a way out of this split fiction. Split fiction. Thank you, Sir Lancelot! King said to give you this. Keep up the good Enreco work. Thank you! Thank you, Niani Jimuni. Excited to see your adventures. Thank you, Zalma. The world needs you, Jonathan G. General works. Jonathan, you must hear, feel, think. Huzzah! Hear, feel, think. Thank you, Green V. Jonathan Gones Granted? Huh? Thank you, Elegant. Pearl is watching us from the sky. I hope she is watching us. Thank you, Customer Johnson. I'm with you to the end of this journey, Sir Jonathan G. You have my sword. Ooh, yeah, your sword. Thank you, Holden. Huzzah, we're so back. We're back? We are so back. Imagine Heidelin yelling huzzah into your ear. Do you know the... So, when I started playing Final Fantasy many years ago, I skipped the story. I was a chronic story skipper, and I skipped the story for like 3 years. But I read it in the end. But I did not watch a bit of the story for like the longest time. Don't worry! I've read it now. I have read it. in its entirety, but I skipped it when I started the game. And I was really into crafting and gathering, and it was around, I think, Stormblood release. What's the website? I think it's like the website that keeps track of the the mining and gathering nodes. Mine and craft. Mine and craft. And every time like a node would appear, it would make a sound, but the default noise was the link pearl sound. And it like literally Pavloved me, and I didn't know it was a sound in the game. So when I started going through the story and I heard it, I'm like and I'm like, what? A node spot? And I'm like, what's going on? That's the sound of my gathering node. But it wasn't. And that's when I learned. That's when someone sends you a Discord message on Final Fantasy. Yeah, my Pavlovian response of expecting a node. But it's just someone messaging you. Did you actually learn the combos for crafting? I mean, I knew them, I learned them, and I also use like the simulators where you put in your all your stats and everything, and you can make your own. So I dabbled in making my own. I use other people's macros, or I just figured it out myself. And then I was crafting during the time where you had to use the Maker's Mark macro like 3 times. Like there's step 1 and then step 2, and it's like repeat 4 times. And you're just sitting there waiting for it to very slowly progress. And that was when I did most of my crafting. The good old days. The Maker's Mark combo. You don't miss those old crafting times? I do. I don't even know what crafting looks like right now. I haven't played in a hot minute. Thank you, Captain Rodar! Thank you, Jill Rain! Thank you, Turtle Cubes! Thank you, the man! Thank you, Harianto! Thank you, Tao Tao Revelation! Been the same since Endwalker, you think? I got all my mining, crafting, gather crafters to max, but I didn't really engage in it. I was too busy playing the story and then logging off. Even fishing! Current Savage tier is pretty good. I heard about it. It's like one of the floors, is it 6? That has the messed up sheep that hits you for like 80k. Is that the sheep? The random ad that kills you, touches you, grazes you, and kills you? The evil creature. There was a wolf too. There was a wolf in the other one. Wow, they must love wolves as bosses. Whenever I think about the wolf floor, do you know which one? Is it E10S? No, but was it that one with the shadow wolf? I forgot. It is? The shadow dog? I can't remember what the clip is called, but I remember there being... I don't know. Whenever I think of the shadow dog, I think about that one clip that went around of the person freaking crashing out. Yeah, the vouch for me. The incredible crash out is so funny. That's what Final Fantasy is all about. The crash out moments. Another one of those recently almost as bad. I haven't seen any recent clips. I've got to see those. I have to watch people crash out. Thank you, Wolfbane! Thank you, Starge! Thank you, Bale Sanjo! Thank you, Mid-Shypened and Frigid! Classic case of too many cooks, one might say. There was quite a lot of cooks. Alright. I finished day 1. That is day 1. Did I read them on this day? Let me look. Were they read on this day? Ah! Day 3. Oh yes, they were read on day 3. Goodbye. Why did I choose Smith? No real reason. I was thinking about Supplier in the beginning. And then I chose Smith because there was like a poll. And people were voting for what they want to do. And I knew the chefs were really crowded. And Smiths get bonus attack. So I just decided to go with Smith. Did anyone ever end up changing job? Not sure. I don't even remember how you're supposed to change your job. How do you change your job? And there are only 3 suppliers? I heard that the supplying minigame was evil. You just quit? You go unemployed. I give in my 2 weeks notice. And I say, hasta la vista. And that is all. Oh, okay. I think it is day 4. It's a clicker, I'll enjoy it? Why? You think I just love little baby clicking games, don't you? Me and my little baby clicking games. Goo goo gaga. Goo goo gaga. Oh, I like clicking games. I do like clicking games. Okay. Day 4. Thank you, Niani Jimunin. Another day, another adventure. Woo! Thank you for the Jimunin. Thank you. Wait, I feel like I read some of these. No, I think I read one. I think I saw it when it happened. Thank you, Sonic Jerry Jimunin. Do I play the Chikao cooking game? I did. I haven't played it in a hot second though. But I spent money on it. Like $30 when it came out. It's still on my phone. I just haven't opened it in a bit. I'm on the cookie run grind. Thank you, Juna-chen. Jimunin, I feel like I just did a wake up DP by refreshing the stream page just now after taking a nap. I cannot wait to start playing Grand Blue Fantasy Versus and wake up DPing literally everything. You kind of want to play Cookie Run Kingdom? You should! You should try it! You can either use the link in my previous video, or you can use the link in Narissa's description of her upcoming stream. The possibilities are endless. Did you know you can buy multiple backpacks? I knew. I just didn't. I didn't see the need to buy one. Cookie Run Kingdom is actually so fun! It's awesome! Also, Narissa's kingdom is beautiful. She's put a lot of work and effort into customizing it. And if you like customizing things, you will like Cookie Run Kingdom. And it is a much better example if you look at Narissa's kingdom over mine, because I have not customized my kingdom in basically years. Years ago when I started the game. Ready to see the difference between hers and yours? And mine looks like shit. That's about it. Well, it just goes to show that you don't have to try on your kingdom for it to be efficient, or you can go all out on it and also be efficient. There are 2 wolves inside of you. You can do whichever one makes you happy. Thank you, Fluff. Don't forget, Morgan Ramsey's in a league of her own. Wait, I did read this. League of Legends. Which one is it? I forgot to... I kept thinking about it. When I saw that, I'm like, I have got to bring up the League of Legends at some point. And I never brought up the League of Legends. So I need to bring up the League of Legends next time. In character. Morgan Ramsey, will you join me in this League of Legends? We must acquire a League of Legends to take down Advent. In order to free Advent of their curse, we must form a League of Legends. Would be crazy. Wolfpack turns into the League of Legends, putting together a team of legends, and we'll be a league of them, a League of Legends. The final battle of ENreco 3, where they tell all of us to download League of Legends, and then we go into a game series against Advent. And the winner of the League of Legends matches, it just... either Advent wins, or we all... the rest of us wins in this League of Legends. Well, surely Advent will get fatigued from playing so many League of Legends games, you know? Yeah, they are a 5-stack. They have to play against 2 different teams, at least. And they will get fatigued from all the League of Legends that they will lose. Thank you, JC, and Baby Boy, and Frigid forward and back and forward and back and then go forward and back and put 1 foot forward. 9 win. Not if we keep you on League of Legends for 10 hours, Narissa Ravencroft. Our 10-hour League of Legends, man. And no food breaks. You can't eat in between them. No bathroom breaks either. 10-hour League of Legends, no bathroom break, no food break. Just hit the requeue button. No shower, you go in, 5 days, no shower. Thank you, Lusty. Thank you, Chouts. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Gamer Dude. Thank you, Pink Salt. Thank you, NT. The queen in the cuck chair is crazy. It's not a cuck chair, because she is simply watching over us. It is a guidance chair. It is a chair of yes, the emotional support queen in the bedroom. Chair of chastity. Yeah! If you have the queen in your bedroom, then you will vow to uphold and upkeep that vow of chastity, of celibacy. Bunk bed buddy. Bunk buddy. Cherished memories, exactly! Cherished! They are truly so cherished. Thank you, Robbie, for sending a chair. Thank you, Timoria. Whoa, Robbie also sent a bunch of emojis of a bed. Chair and then a bed. Wait, 3 beds. The bunk beds. The triple bunk beds. Thank you, Nitro Shoes. Thank you, Magna Orders. Jonathan might be cooked. Cooking what? Goat is washed how? Make sure to wash your goats. Thank you, Elegant. Thank you, H-Vlog. Low-key, I feel like Gigi was one of those girls who had a roleplay account on Instagram about their favorite character of a certain anime. Ew! Using Instagram? Yuck! Who uses Instagram? Ew! Instagram. Instagram, na 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 ba ba da ba da na 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 ba da da na 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 Instagram. You use it to text friends? I think it's because I have literally not kept up with any of the people I knew in my time of going to school. I feel like Instagram and Facebook is if you kept in touch with people you met IRL. I haven't kept up with literally any of them. Yeah. All of my friends are in the internet. They're on the internet. I keep up with them on Discord. Before Discord, it was Skype. Instagram. Goodbye, Skype. MSN was also good. Because you can nudge people and it goes... Thank you, Gracing! Those will really see a guy S to an M and go cooked. A goat is a goat. Yeah! What's wrong with that? Thank you, Nova Yumi. I think Jonathan is a neat little guy. Thanks for being silly. Silly! Don't forget the pearl, Jonathan. I'm afraid he forgot. I'm afraid he already did. When are we getting the return of the Mojave Fister? I hope to finish that game this summer. I hope to finish Fallout this summer. We're getting really close to finishing both Fallout and Hollow Knight. And then start Oblivion. Yeah! And then start Oblivion. I'm really interested in Expedition 33 also. I've been staring at it. And there's a lot of games coming out for the Switch this summer. Which is, concerning me. Because I have very little time! Too many games all of a sudden! I don't have enough time! Did I pre-order the Switch too? No. I did not pre-order it. I'm really hoping I can just buy it. I'm praying I can just buy it straight up. Please. I hope it is possible that I can, show up to a store and just buy one. That is my goal. Like a normal person. I'm sad though. My current Switch is the really, really cute Animal Crossing Switch with the mint and the Cinnamoroll Baby Blue controllers, the Joy-Cons. And now I'm gonna have to get a Switch too, and it's not gonna be my little baby teal Cinnamoroll mint blue Joy-Cons. It's not gonna be cute. It's not gonna be as cute as it. You can still use them? Can? Oh, compatible? Wait, that's crazy. Just need to find a new way to charge it. Oh. That sounds inconvenient, though. That sounds like it will... That does not sound like it improves my quality of life. Sounds like it's a paying for some aesthetics. I value my quality of life over most things. I value how easily things can work. Thank you, Potbot. Thank you, Doodle Bramster. And the turtle cubes, the I don't know monkey image has been very useful today. What day is this? Day 4? I don't know. I don't know. The Kingdom of Lebest will turn into a comedy show for days 3 and 4. Thank you, Kaden and Bert. Forgive me, Bogus, for I have minted. Thank you, Captain Rodor. Would giving yourself therapy count as a conflict of interest? Yes. Thank you, Nairami. Never been so emotionally invested in such drama. We're rooting for you, Jonathan. I'm excited to see how the next episode will go tomorrow. I don't remember. I don't remember what happened on day 5. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you, Tincho. Thank you, Miggleby. The true goth girl experience. I think the internet lied to me. The internet always lies to you. Always. Thank you, Jessica Roney. Jonathan, whatever happened, we voices will always be here for you. My voice is in my head. My comfort. Was a child custody battle? Oh my god. So many things happen. Thank you, Kazuki. What did our humble knight do to deserve all this suffering? He forgot! Never forget. Thank you, Mibi, and thank you, Juna Chen. Stay strong, Jonathan. No matter how thick the telenovela plot goes, I'm sure you will find your happiness if you stay true to your heart. Ow! Ow! Yeah, now that you remind me, day 5 is when this really got some use. What is... When you literally have no idea what's going on. Just nothing in here. What's happening? What's happening? Got some... And then we didn't really use this expression. Many expressions. Never seen that expression? Jonathan had nothing to be angry about. Hey. It would be funny if my Hogan could turn into a question mark. Never say never. Did I read these? What day is this one? 5! I'm looking! I don't know. I was stuck in the corner. I don't know if I read them in the corner. No, I think I was eavesdropping on someone. And then I didn't read them. Thank you so much! Wait, did I read these? No. Why do I remember some of these? Did I read them as they were coming in? Did I read these? Wait, I read these. Did I read these? Why do I remember reading these? No, I remember I read some of these. I remember these. Read them inside. Oh, in the therapy! How did you know? Wait! Yeah! I was up, I sat on the therapy chair because we were trying to end and I read them. Oh. Oh my goodness. You guys know so much. Crazy. The voices in my head have such a good memory. Literally don't remember anything. We really are the voices in your head? Yeah! You're the voices in my head. We're going on a long journey. It's just like Inside Out. Sometimes the voices are fighting each other. Sometimes the voices are in harmony. But the voices need each other. So many voices. Okay, well then I don't need to read this. Day 6! Right? I remember some of these. Wait, I remember some of these. Did I read day 6? Voices in mine head. I don't think I finished reading 5. Did I finish reading 6? I did read 6. I'm idling here on the screen. Okay. I read 6. I stopped part way of day 5. Day 5. What does it feel like to be the smartest Holo member? You're just buttering me up. Then your Tao his wondrous grace will become a John. All you shall become a Johns. Thank you, Sage. Attack and dethrone God. Are we talking about the goddess? Thank you, Bappo. Be strong, Jonathan. I know you prevail this tragedy to become the perfect white knight for the queen. Yes. He will defend the queen to his death, no matter what. Thank you, Frigid. In light of recent events, is truly the goddess you worshipped? Only the angel felt familiar. This goddess is causing fights towards the queen. I will not stand for this. Thank you, Volatorian. Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping around people over here. The king said to give you this. Knives. To fight for the right. Huzzah! Thank you, Sebastian. Insert cool anime song. Amidst the darkness, Jonathan finds determination to overcome impossible odds. His queen in peril. This cannot stand. Go for her. For love can overcome all. Go for her. The Wolfpack bonds. Wolfpack bonds of love. Thank you, Quinton. Thank you, Frigid. Thank you, Electrone. Hey, you're the one going around helping people around Lobestal. The queen said to give you this. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Kaden and Bert. Thank you, JC. And thank you, Tao Tao. All right. Day, I don't think I read. Yes. We're on track. Day 7 and 8. I think I definitely did not read. Thank you, Forsac, G Moonin. Thank you, Infinity. G Moonin, manifesting Jonathan redemption arc. As our humble knight needs a break, perhaps the Wolfpack will help soothe his emotional wounds. Huzzah! Ow! 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 Thank you, Sonic Jerry. Huzzah! A new day, new adventure. Will the world be ending soon as long as we can get a new... Ow! Before then! Ow! Thank you, Jenna-chan, Jimoni Heart of Ruin. I hope Jonathan's heart is not ruined by this arc. It wasn't! He stayed strong despite it all. Despite me thinking that his heart might be ruined. It was strong. It stayed firm. Thank you, Cam Cam. Oh! Thank you, Tincho. Thank you, Kazuki. Can hear it, Grems. There are some lyrics here. Perhaps you may karaoke together. Thank you, Customer Johnson. Thank you, V-Faction. Be gone, thoughts. Thank you, Friend and Grim. She's calling us out. No. Jonathan G was simply thinking in his head. He was merely just pondering his emotions and his thoughts. Thank you, Cody Coy. Wow, you guys rhymed. This is a question for the Gramps. Are we Pokemon? What type are we? Gremlin. Thank you, Vernon. Thank you, Sebastian. Hope this inspires Jonathan to find courage to go after his queen, his future wife, his love. Future wife? Whoa, whoa, whoa. We are getting ahead of ourselves here. Whoa, future wife? Thank you, frigid new route, folks. We romance the fishes now. Thank you to Cookie Mon. Such a devastation to what's happening, and I can't watch the entire stream tonight. Thank you. The tragedy, the twist, the drama Shakespeare could never. Sebastian, that's it. Here we go. Our chance. This is where she becomes our wife. Our wife? Getting ahead of ourselves here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Our wife? That's the queen. Thank you, Calcire. I am quite drunk. This hits different. This is why my mother would get drunk and watch Days of Our Lives. I understand now. I can bond better with my mother now. Yeah, maybe you should get drunk with your mom and watch ENreco, and then you guys can have a little wait, don't watch ENreco Days 3 and 4 with your mother. Wait a second. Don't do that. She'll be like, what's going on here? What did you make me watch? Don't do it! I don't think she'll like it very much. Thank you, Doodle Bramster. Absolute cinema. And then Sebastian, a duel for the queen's hand in marriage. Let's go. You're really rooting for this. I think I know what your favorite ship is. You really like Jonathan and the queen. Jonathan, the humble knight, the god slayer. Wait, did you guys not see the chat announcing this? Announcing what? Chat announcing what? Tincho, God, please take Jonathan's pain, double it, and give it to the next person. Therefore, the voices must have short-term memory loss. All letters have been read. I agree. All letters were read. Thank you, Mimi Boy. Thank you, Lazarel. Thank you, Cynag. Can't wait for all the Google Dockies to drop after all these toxic relationships. Google Docky. Thank you, Mick Storm. Be sure to remind the queen to bring a lot of potatoes to woo Nino Ina tomorrow. Potato. And then you did a chat. Thank you for the peak content, Sir Jonathan. Congratulations on saving the kingdom and having the strength to defend the queen. Huzzah! How the world become kinder to the humble knight. Stay strong, Jonathan. And then this one. And then we'll read this streams and we'll be caught up. I'll answer the questions from this stream. I feel like people had a lot of questions. And you can have more insight. I feel like I text dumped in the beginning and I forgot what I was talking about. And I feel like I got most of the things in my head out. Thank you, Forza G Moody. Thank you, Judith Chen. I'm so excited for the finale. Thank you, Sunny J. The final day. I have a strange feeling that something is afoot with the party today. But that's just a theory. No, I can't say it. Thank you, Niani. Woo! Jonathan's body's a machine that turns suffering into character development. Huzzah! Huzzah! Thank you to Cookie Man. Thank you, Infinity Lake G Moon. Excited to see how the season of EnReco concludes and hoping Jonathan finally has one last day without heartbreaking events. It was... Well, the thing that happened at the very end, I don't know. Thank you, Frigid. Gigi got cavern food, it seems. Thank you, CC6CO Bug. We could ask Morty and Ramsey if we could build Immerkind a head-shaped house for her and help Ramsey build it. Morty and Ramsey can do everything. Thank you, Game Crazy, for the Aka Supa. Thank you for the Rainbow Supas. Why is it that those whose heart is true, whose love is pure and pain undo, they go through so much that they carry a crutch, and that's other sorrows they accrue. Their burdens many would say are torrential, and yet in their soul they hold such potential. Their honor and sorrow I wish I could borrow, so may have courage for tomorrow after tomorrow. I feel their pain as I watch and see the man, myth, and legend of Jonathan G. To watch EnReco has been a pleasure, and one of which I'm sure many shall treasure. All this to say as plain as can be, thank you for the memories. Thank you, Game Crazed. I appreciate this wonderful, thoughtful poem in a form of a rainbow super. Thank you, it's very beautiful. Thank you, Joe Rowe. Huzzah! Our humble and noble knight Jonathan was G faced many hardships even in love, but never wavered. He formed a wolf pack, returned to Queen's honor, supported his fellow knights. Fare thee well until next time. Ow! Ow! Thank you, Psychic. Thank you for being our humble knight once more, Jonathan. Huzzah! Thank you, Silent Jerry. What an epic way to end Chapter 2. Thank you for the epic journey of Chapter 2 until Chapter 3. Thank you, Hashi. Thank you, Knight Jonathan, for granting us the honor of witnessing your journey once more. You have made it truly wondrous and entertaining, and your skills have stirred many heartfelt emotions within us. Bravo! Did it really? Did you guys feel touched? Was your heart tickled a little bit? I will say, I really, really like the NPC Writer Journal. I think that was really beautiful. Where it was like talking about Anax and how he won't eat anymore. It was so sad. And so sad for the griffin. And I don't know. Did a lot of people read it? I know some people were really into collecting the archives. But I don't know how many people read all of the journals in their entirety. It was so beautiful. I brought this up. I was saying it would be cool if they added side quest where you talk to a random NPC and they give you a quest. And I think it would add a lot of wandering around and immersion into the kingdom. Yeah, hidden side quests. Because there's not really a point in talking to everyone. They have all these flavor texts, and there's like cute flavor texts. But it would be cool if they had like hidden side quests. Like, yeah, the hide and seek kids. I was like, what if the hide and seek kids gave a reward if you found them all? It doesn't have to be too many side quests. It could just be like 1 or 2 side quests that puts you on a little journey of things to do, and then the bulk of it is still interacting with people. Thank you, Harianto! Manifest voice inside Jonathan, our time has come! Prepare your equipment and wait the orders. Huzzah! Also, Absolute Cinema, thanks for Act 2, guys. Woohoo! Put that suggestion in my exit survey? Yes. In my exit survey of Levestal, I will write down that perhaps they should add side quests, because side quests would tickle me greatly. Haha, I would be quite pleased if they added some side quest. Enreko has an exit survey just like MapleStory. Me, every time closing MapleStory and it opens a window and it's like, did you enjoy playing today? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you enjoy playing a MapleStory? Every single day. Every single time. The thing about side stories is that some people might never play them. I feel like if one person finds it, because I know Narissa really likes wandering around for things, you eventually get the word spread. Someone is going to be like, did you know that there's this? And then if you just say that, someone's going to be interested enough to find it themselves. But it only takes one person to go, hey, I found this. It gives some rewards. And then you're going to be like, oh, I want to do that. Thank you, J.H. Gardner. Thank you for another great adventure, Jonathan G. You've grown up so much through the journey, and I'm so proud of you. I'm sure you'll be much stronger on your next journey. Thank you, W Ninja. Really fun week. Job well done. Purchasable clues. Before you can get a clue, you must answer my riddles 3. For my first riddle, give me your money. Thank you, Yoshi Zorio. Enreco was freaking amazing. Y'all cooked with the plot lines in RP. Yours and Shori's plotline was definitely my favorite, though. The build up, the climax, resolution, fire, that reveal at the end. Well, crazy, can't wait. We cannot wait. Yeah, give me your money. By Riddles 3. Bilbo asking Gulliver his lunch money. If you wish to cross this bridge, you must first answer my riddles. Show me the inside of your wallet. What is green and inside your wallet? Second riddle. How much does that watch cost? Third riddle. What is your password to your banking app? Thank you, Ethan. Huzzah! Season 2 was peak. Can't wait for the next season. Ow! X-Falcon, thank you for this Enreco chapter. You did an amazing job. Can't wait for them coming Enreco Civil War. Absolute cinema! Yippee! Thank you, Orkana. What an incredible chapter 2. Thank you, Jonathan G. The Goat. What an incredible journey of growth. Enreco Season 3 transitions into League of Legends. Yeah, you won't be the first one who's had that theory. I think it's popular theory. Maybe if you send it in the survey, if everyone requests it, we'll all be forced to play League of Legends. Thank you, Autumn. Thank you for a wonderful RP-filled week. GG, your first Enreco streams were the first VTubing streams I've ever watched and got me into VTubers. So happy to be brought into this community. Yay! Happy to have you! I hope you are enjoying your time and with all the silliness. What would Jonathan's main be? Top of my head, Garen, probably. Currently. Thank you, Jenna Chen! Thank you for peak Enreco Chapter 2. So much free content, Sir Jonathan went through so much. I can't wait for Chapter 3. Alright. I'm looking. We are caught up. I am reading the sumas of this chat. Seeing if anyone has questions. Finally. Questions delving into my mind. Potential delving. If anyone has anything to say. Or maybe it'll rouse some memories in my head. Thank you, Jessica. Welcome back from your vacation for being Jonathan for a week. Jimuni, we missed you. I'm also curious. What do you think of how Season 1 Jonathan was getting handsome himbo fan arts, whereas Season 2 is more puppy boy? Well... I will say, I saw some... I think the puppy boy art is cute, but I also saw someone... On my timeline, I saw some people talk... I wasn't tagged. I was untagged, but I still stumbled upon... And people were talking about puppy boy Jonathan in the... And I was like, whoa! Wow! Whoa! Yeah! Saw that! I saw those! Crazy! I thought it was silly though. You pick up what I am putting down? I saw them! I saw them! Do I have a favorite cocktail? No, I don't really like alcohol. Yuck! Tastes yucky! Yuck! I think Season 1 Jonathan... Although he had his flaws, but he was pretty... It's like the surface, you know? You read something, that's the surface. It's like all surface level, and also you don't really... It's not really delved into it. Not much was... delved in. Season 2... He's just stuck in his brain and more pathetic and more sopping wet cat because he has no idea what's going on. I think Season 1 Jonathan got lucky in finding someone to devote to so early on. And then Season 2, he literally doesn't... he has the queen, but he's still confused. He got no idea. But it's growth! Now he is learning. So even if he loses some things, hopefully he is able to have himself. Find himself. Will he ever remember her? My goal is for him to remember, but I don't know how. I haven't put much thought into it. I've briefly thought about it, but not too much thought. Not that much thought. I don't want to brute force anything. It has to come naturally. Thank you for that, G Moody. Thank you, Manolo. Ow! Ow! Wonder if Jonathan will ever be happy. Isn't he happy now? Well, I guess he's getting sucker punched by that cutscene at the very end. But like at the end of the season itself, he seemed pretty content. It's not worse. I think he ended up in a more positive position. Yeah, it's upwards. It's going upwards compared to the start. And now, now it's questionable. I don't know what's going on. There is an upwards trend. We are so bad. What's up? What is up, dog? What is up, dog? Did I know that was coming? I was so brave in not watching that. I will say that I downloaded the clip and, you know, you have like the clip preview. And my clip preview was on Mori Calliope's face. And I'm like, what the hell is Mori Calliope doing in this cutscene? And that's when I messaged Cece. I was like, should we watch? I'm really holding back from spoiling myself right now. Yeah, Mori Calliope, what are you doing in this cutscene? Doesn't make sense. Video download thumbnail preview of the video download that we have to download. Has to do too many jobs. Yeah, like, wait, what? Mori Calliope? What's Mori Calliope doing in this? Is this connected to the airport therapy? It's not! It's not! Maybe it was. I don't know. You ever feel like when you wake up and you go back to sleep is when you have the most vivid dreams? Like you're up for an hour and you just go back to sleep and then you have really, really strange, vivid dreams. And I had the weirdest convoluted dream that Mori Calliope was coming over to visit. And I'm like, it was so strange because it had the events where I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to set up a streaming setup for you so you can stream the finale of ENreco and you don't miss it. And then I was also like, I had to pick her up, but I live a far ways away from the airport. Like I'm an hour away from the airport, and she's like, I'm here, and I'm like, oh, but ENreco is starting soon. And if I pick you up now, I'm going to have to push back ENreco a little bit. I don't know, but, well, and then it ended up being that she was already in my house. I was talking to her being like, oh, I have to figure out the timeline on how to pick you up and get you here before the end of ENreco. And then she's in my house, and then I'm like, it ended up being like Mori Calliope going, I'm going to have to cancel my airport therapy. I was supposed to get therapy today at the airport. And I'm like, oh, you're definitely not making the airport therapy, or you're going to have to miss the ENreco final. We're going to have to miss the ENreco final. I have to drive you to the airport so you can get therapy. What do I mean, airport therapy? I don't know. Airport therapy. And she's on the phone and she's like, I can't make it today. And in my head, while she's on the phone, I was like, why can't she just have her therapy over the phone? Why does she have to go to the airport to get therapy? And then woke up. Yeah, it has to be at the airport. She cannot have the therapy anywhere else. She has to go to the airport. My dream. What a dream. Felt really realistic. Especially because it was the day of the ENreco final event. Airport therapy goes hard, just like sushi from a gas station. Yeah. It's like, you know how they have those little cubicles for breastfeeding? For any mother to go in for privacy? They should have little cubicles where they have a 24/7 therapist stuck there. They just have a therapist sitting in that cubicle, and you walk in at any time, and then you can have free therapy. Just said that. There's no shame in it. There should be no shame in mothers needing to feed their child in public. Thank you, Infinity! G-Mooning! Congrats on finishing Season 2 of ENreco! I thought Jonathan's character arc this season was really interesting. It definitely gave a lot of angst, but was still cinema nonetheless! Yes! His 8-day cinema arc. Thank you, Gundam G-Mooning! G-Mooning. Thank you, Juna-chan, dear Sir Jonathan. I would like some advice from my role model. I have been granted an audience with my queen, G, and have been nervous with beating heart and urges to howl. Please advise me on how to stay calm and humble and not fumble and stumble. What do I think about people calling me the Fumble Knight? It is whatever. He can have whatever title people want to give him. But I just hope people know that I did not want Jonathan to be in a relationship. I didn't want that. I don't think he was ready for it either. Thank you! J-Timations! This is late, but this is for the emission for the Absolute Cinema. Y'all did freaking fantastic! Thank you! Thank you, Aloha Snack Shack. I'll be honest, I'm not one to usually watch streams live and just wait for clips. However, something about Jonathan's story has pulled me in, and I even had to go back and rewatch streams to get the lore fully. 10/10, can't wait for Season 3! Me too! I'm excited. I really like, I enjoy the world that they create, because it is like a huge... Sorry, I thought I was hearing something. I thought I was hearing reverb. What's wrong? I don't know what's going. I'm hearing things. I'm scared. Yeah, it's a really big project, and they made it for EN, and it's really nice, and there's like a lot of thought put into it with the animations and then the songs and the maps and everything, and they really... The dungeons and the bosses this time, like, all the dungeons were fun, and they all had their unique mechanics, so they really took our feedback to heart. They're like, we're just gonna make the craziest dungeons, and it went crazy! It was a lot of fun! I don't know if it's possible, but I kinda wish that it was possible for them to make, like, a server, or, like, distribute it so other people can play it. So people can get more sucked into the world of Lebestal. But I don't know if it's possible. It would be cool, though. Yeah, and then you guys could play ENreco, and you can play with your friends, and you could roleplay for a week. It's just, like... a week roleplay opportunity to get together with your ooms. It would be really cute. But I don't know if it's possible. Maybe I will put it in my survey just to ask. just to ponder. I will be like, what is the possibility of this happening? What is the logistics of this for this to happen? Maybe like a week. I don't know. I was wondering if there was a way for someone to host it themselves. Like, I don't think it should be a big ass server that they're hosting and everyone plays on it, because that would be too chaotic. But I was like, what if they just gave it so that people can host it for their friends? Thank you, Gabriel! No spoilers, but do you still have something planned with CC with the weird things that happened in Chapter 1, or did it kind of fall to the wayside? Shrugging emoji. I'm aware of it. It's on... It wasn't forgotten. Were things planned for this chapter? Not really. Shrugging emoji! Okay, so the thing about the stuff that happened in Chapter 1 is that ENreco Season 1 happened like 3 months after we had debuted. And we weren't... It was like during a really, really busy time where a lot of people... It was busy. People were busy. And so we didn't have a lot of time to like bond and interact with people. So we went into ENreco being put into groups with people we hadn't really spoken to, and we were a little worried. We're a little scared. So we're like, let's have something as backup, because if we don't have our memories and we want to roleplay it a little bit, we'll have something as backup so that we can do something together if we have to. Yeah. So that was kind of what happened in Season 1. Where we set it up so that if like we didn't really know what to do, or we're trying to find out how to like start a roleplay with each other, then we would be able to. Yeah, I think it was... ENreco was like the first time we got to really interact with a lot of people. Because before then, it was just like passing messages or just like brief interactions. But there, it was like the first time that it would be considered a quote-unquote collab, I guess. Really new back then, isn't it? It is a good thing. I'm happy for the opportunities, but we weren't sure how it would go. So it was like contingency planning. Like, we wanted to RP with everyone, but because we were so new, we didn't really know how much they would be role-playing, how much they would be online, stuff like that. We didn't know what extent we would be interacting. To what extent it would happen. Yeah, break in case of emergency. Hard to RP when you don't know them at all. That was like a major concern of mine. Is that because it was like my first time interacting with everyone, and my first interaction is gonna be like me hard into the RP. And it's like nothing like me at all, and I'm like, oh no, what if they think what if they think this is what I'm always like? But I'm not always like this. What if they get whiplash? What if they're whiplashed? But now everyone is much more comfortable with each other. So that's why we can do all these silly things and we just trust each other. And then that's why I have like absolutely zero thought going into this. I wasn't concerned about this ENreco season at all, because I'm like, oh yeah, I just know that I can interact with anyone here. I can approach them. I can just do whatever. But before, it was like 3 months after debut, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know. Would I be crossing a boundary? Would I be stepping on lines if I just like approach someone? Or like, how much should I be roleplaying with a person? What if they don't want to roleplay? Yeah, it was scary. But it's almost been a year. It's cool. It's chill. Thank you, Gabriel. No spoil. Oh no, that was it. Thank you, Texaboost. I was saving this SC for Jonathan G, but the humble knight wouldn't accept it. Please accept it on his behalf. Jonathan G says thank you. He appreciates it. He truly, genuinely appreciates all the voices in his head and all the support that was given to him. Almost a year? It's crazy. I think next month is... No. Wait. I think next month is the year. Is next month a year? Guys, the end of next month will be a full year. Isn't that crazy? I still feel like a babby. I said this a week ago. I feel like I have not been here very long. I feel like it's been just yesterday, but I also feel like I've been here for a long time. But time did fly. It's felt both like a year and also 2 months. 1 year is still babby. It's still babby. Thank you for the Grimberships! Any plans for what you're doing for the year anniversary? Yeah, nope. Vaguely. I'm sure there will be a Justice collab. Justice things to do. It'll be Justice's 1 year! Yay! Yippee! Woohoo! A lot has happened in this year, though. It's been a long year. Will I be winging it for anniversary, too? Yep. Yep. All of my greatest ideas are executed the night before I do things. But it's hard! It's difficult, too. Because when I want to do things, I have to... Like, if I want to do something grand, I have to get things in, like, production. And I have to communicate with Manen-chan and commission people if I want to do something big. But if I do something on my own, I'm just like, whatever. I don't know. Shrugging! Shrugging emoji! Thank you, Nogidage Jimunin! Johayo gozaimasu. Johayo gozaimasu. Thank you. That snake. Jimunin loved Jonathan's character growth in season 2 and can't wait to see how he reacts to Evan's betrayal. Also, Monster was amazing. What's the song of the envy? Huzzah! Huzzah! Does Jonathan remember all their grimoires? Thank you, Big J. Jonathan does not remember all his grimoires yet. I think most of them are coming back to him. He's getting there. Thank you! VYCM! Chapter 2 was... camera, fire, absolute freaking cinema, fire, camera. Making the missing pearl into a plot point was a master stroke. 10 billion congratulations to you and everyone else who made this such a memorable experience. Thank you! Fire. Camera. Thank you to Cookie question from Grembreg Presco. Jonathan learned greed in season 1, independent in season 2, and went adventuring. Will we see a wiser, more mature Jonathan in season 3? Possibly. Thank you to Cookie Wait, did I say that? I can't wait to see season 3 and watch Jonathan lock in and get the pearl he deserves. Thank you, Frigid Choice Paralysis / Illusion of Choice. Thank you, Dr. Xenon. Does Jonathan love life is just doomed Yuri? Huh? What? Does Jonathan love life is just doomed Yuri? Yes. Thank you, NP Mango. How many times are you genuinely baffled you had to improv something on the spot? I mean... I don't think... I guess the closest thing was me Well, I don't know. I don't suppose it was very baffling, but a lot of the inbred moments where and I was like, oh, continuing this, I suppose. I think so. I guess so. Yeah. I suppose that this is now a thing that is happening in the kingdom. I started it? No! Jonathan truly believed that they were siblings at the time. I think it was so funny how everyone was there. We were outside the room. I remember it. We're talking about it. And I'm like, Jonathan believes that they are siblings. And then Robert goes, love is love. And I was like, hold on, what? It was crazy. I didn't expect that to happen. And then that was kind of where I was like, hold on a second. Yeah, and then it happened. And that... it just spiraled out of control. Out of mind control. Thank you, Electron. Thank you for the amazing RP this chapter D. Ow! Did I plan to always make the tree look like a mini world tree, or did that happen over the building process? Well, my initial goal was when I saw that big-ass tree that they built by themselves was to hang lights underneath it so that it would kind of look like the world tree. But then I found out that you can't build there. So I just decided to make a world tree. It was always, when I started building it, it was always gonna be the world tree. Yeah. And I made my own tree. Thank you, JTmations! My favorite character choice was him doing things to self-sabotage that possibility without realizing he was doing it because he knew it wasn't right. Yeah. Him messing it all up. He could not commit. Because he wasn't ready to commit. And I'm sure Jonathan knew that too. But he was evilly trying to worm his way out of things by making other people make tough decisions for him so he wouldn't have to. And then he would be happy. He would be happier that way. Thank you, Shinobi Man EXE. Jonathan is goated. Ow! Vocals Bandana. Woo! Thank you, Yoshoriel, bro. You came up with the I wish I could have loved you the way I wanted to line right on the spot. I applaud you because that line went hard AF. So good. It was something kind of toiling in my mind when I was thinking about the Shiori plotline, where he couldn't commit to Shiori because he hasn't moved on from his past yet. And he knows. And he feels it in his heart. So there's Shiori being like so like showing him all this niceness, this kindness to him, and then he can feel that, but it's like it's wrong, and he knows that he's like taking advantage of her. And also, I know that Shiori was caught in other plots, but she was never really doing anything bad to him. Manipulating him too? What? The things she did! The things he witnessed of what Shiori was doing to him. Every time he gave her money, she gave that money back. The worst thing she said was in the heat of the moment that he pushed her off. But he was also kind of an asshole too. And then also she's like, okay, do tasks for me. Build my roof? He did that in 5 seconds. He would have built her roof without her manipulating him. Oh my god, wow. Row, 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 row. Yeah. I would get it if, like, she kept asking for things. But she always gave things back to him. She went out of her way to do things for him. She made him meals. She never really took his money. Every time he gave her money, she gave it back. Yeah. So, to him, if you see it from just Jonathan's point of view, she never really manipulated him. And maybe if you're like seeing it, you're like, oh, from the grand scheme of things, maybe she did start with the intention to, but that never really came to fruition on his, from what he saw. Yeah. And it's just in Jonathan's character to do things for other people. Someone could tell him to do something and he'd be like, okay. So it's not. If she's like, oh, I'm gonna make him do this thing and manipulate him to make my roof, if anyone else told him to build the roof for him, he would have done it. Roof pushing was definitely manipulation. The little gaslighting part of the roof pushing manipulation there was, but it kind of escalated because he also wasn't hearing her out. That was when he judged her. He quickly judged her for cheating on the queen. Or being in cahoots with the queen. And he just like booked it. Yeah. So they both kind of went crazy. Both made their mistakes. Overall, it was, you know. All in the heat of the moment. Both crashed out. Do you think Jonathan has to resolve to hurt Shiori now that they are evil? Depends on what Shiori says to Jonathan in Season 3. Depends. Wonder what will happen when they have their first conversation of Season 3. Thank you, Yoshi Sorio! Oh, yes, that was it. Thank you, Charles! I thought your RP was amazing. The way you bounced off everyone such a on the Black Pearl arc was amazing. There was depth on heavy moments and silliness on lighter ones. It really impressed me. You were my favorite character. Good job. Thank you! I'll think of something the night before. I will. Everything I think of will be on the night before. What were my thoughts when Cece bid against me? I thought she was just raising it for fun. I thought she was raising the bid for fun. So I... Or like she was inflating it to make it seem like we weren't working together. Was also my thought. But I don't know what was on her mind when she did it. I just thought she was like, oh no. See, there is competition. You think she was just confused? Her friendly fire stun locking the both of us. Thank you, Harami. Really love the way the story moved into self-love and that Jonathan doesn't need a relationship. Really can relate to that story personally. I think so too. I don't know. I feel like I said this. Jonathan said this. I don't think a story needs to end romantically. Especially if it ends romantically and they fall back to the same habits. Is that truly a happy ending? Because if he ended up in that relation again, he would have learned nothing. And he would have fallen back to the same habits. I don't think that's happy. Yeah. It's like, you get that the season end happiness of like, oh yay, the season is over and they ended up together and we can all sleep well. But there's more seasons. There's a chapter 3 coming out. Got a wolf pack. He does have his pack. His wonderful pack. It's okay. He'll be stronger. Jonathan G will return. Thank you, just some guy with a mustache. Did you make Jonathan a Peter Parker by accident or was it one of your inspirations? Either way, I applaud you. I'm a fan of Majima Guru 2 and Jonathan's character scratches the same itch Majima does. Accident. No thoughts in my head. No inspiration. I have absolutely no character in my head that possibly inspired Jonathan G. Brain empty. It's cool that people have other, you're comparing him to the characters that have gone through the same pains and arcs. Yeah, happy little accident. The only character inspiration I'm drawing from for the next season is looking. Yeah. Roland from GBF. And that was my inspiration for season 3. From Grand Blue Relink. And that was gonna be my inspiration for chapter 3. I was like, he's gonna get you all these odd ending jobs and it's gonna be so silly. Roland, yeah, Mr. Fix-It! So cute. You see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? It would be a cute little story arc, but I don't know how it's gonna go with the Advent plotline. Thank you, Pants! They're gonna be tsundere villains. Thank you, Max Young. Do you think your loved one is part of an evil Advent cult? I'll investigate that. Thank you! Thank you, Frigid. I think neutral parties could be a thing in chapter 3. Who's neutral? Who's standing with no one? Rolling from Library of Ruina? Get your mind out of there! Thank you, like it. Hi, you love your POV question. Jonathan's such a great character. However, it seems like his two main emotions are excited or upset. Do you think there's anything that can make him angry? Yes. I spoke of it. The 20% crash out moments. I think if you insult the queen, he gets kind of angry. He stands up for the queen. We'll see. I guess you're gonna have to wait for chapter 3! Thank you, Kim. Do you have plans on slowly shifting Jonathan into GG as more cameras come back? I don't know. Shrugging emoji. Thank you, NP Mango. All those hours in the FF14 RP server has paid off. Thank you for the big RPs. I've actually never RP'd in Final Fantasy. Actually, that's a lie. I roleplayed once on Final Fantasy 14, and it was going to a maid cafe. Me pulling up to the maid cafe with my squad. And we're like, we'll take your omelet, please. Your most delicious omelets. Thank you, Miss Crowd. How big an influence was Neil Breen on Jonathan's character mindset? Neil Breen is who we should aspire to be. 5 of your finest maids, please. Me when I just got my paycheck and I go to the maid cafe. I'll take the maid, please. Thank you, Depresso Espresso. Will Jonathan learn he's a woman after his memories return or before? Shrugging him, I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Kuma. Momo, watching the story and Jonathan's character develop was a blast. One thing I appreciated was him having an uncomplicated relationship with Tam. It was nice to have a dynamic to rely on after crazy moments would happen. Yeah! I like the relationship. They just trust each other so much. They are each other's confidants. They know that no matter what happens, they can go back to each other. And even though they're both flawed, they do their best to look out for each other. Thank you, Big John! Thank you and the girls for such an amazing event. ENreco Season 1 pulled me into watching more Hololive. Season 2 was incredible. I love the way you developed Jonathan. Look forward to Season 3. Yay! Season 3! Look forward to Season 3! Thank you. Goliath Zays. The fundamental problem is that there needs to be two chats. One for chat for each other and one for chat and streamer. That would fix many things. I think if you're all screaming at each other like it's sports ball, and then you're like, stop fumbling the ball! And then in the voices chat, you're like, you're doing great, sweetie. Yeah, we love sport ball. We love watching sport ball. Thank you! The CCO bug chat was like fans watching TV shows. We talked a lot, spammed a lot, but it was mostly for showing we were here. Don't take it like we want to change things. We knew you would do your things anyway. I love sport ball. Thank you, Robbie. Who could Sandalfawn69 possibly be? Hey! Stop leaking my username. Thank you, Swamp Ghost. It's been a while, but I RP'd a lot on forums, and Gmon, etc., and maybe thought too much about my character back then, but it must have been really hard playing with people watching. Bless you, Gigi. It's okay. The audience is part of the experience. We love having our community here, watching us do things. It's fun. Despite it all, we just like putting on a good show for you guys, so you guys can have something to talk about and enjoy and to watch. Thank you, Latin. Loving your RP levels. Have a great time watching. Yippee! Ow! Thank you, Sarah. If the website ever becomes a reality, we need a robe and wizard hat member. I put on my robe and wizard hat. I cast level 99 eroticism. I don't actually know the exact quote. I always quote it like that. Thank you, GZ! To all our veteran SEALs. You guys not know the meme? You guys not know the meme? You don't know it? I don't know. I can't read this out loud. I can't read any of this out loud. Thank you, Cody Koi. I respect the hustle of Jonathan with a G, getting with everyone only for fate to fumble them. Jonathan with a G is ultimate tragedy. Maybe put it in chat. Chat is old enough to know what to Google. You're old enough to put in, I put on my robe and wizard hat into the search bar and find it yourself. Thank you, V-Faction! Lose your memories again! No! Not my memories! Thank you, Delay. ENreco and modded GTA Online. Yeah, ENreco, except there's cars that run people over instead of horses. Thank you, Jason Vader. Vampires mentioned! Vampires, thank you, Macabre Mocha. As someone who just RPs, how would you compare your time in ENreco compared to your TTRPG gun session, Morifana, and Bibu? Do you have a preference between the two different RP structures? They're very different. Two very different structures, but I think I like them both, but they are two different experiences. One is more guided, and if things get off the rail, you have Mori Calliope, who is God, who is nudging you towards the correct path. And then Minecraft RP is not guided. They put you in a box and they let you run free and loose, and they watch what kind of things you get up to. And every time you do something, you just don't know what's going on at all times. There is no one to guide you whatsoever. Yeah, be free! Thank you, Natural Diamondtron. The areas of menacing Yuri's on control. Let them kiss. Yeah. If the Yuri wants to kiss, then they will kiss. Thank you, hello, chapter 4 of ENreco. Jonathan turns into a furry. Ow! Thank you, Bruce. Humans are a myth. Have you ever seen a human? Nope. Never seen a human before. Thank you, Space Ace. Your boo-hooing during ENreco had me like pleading emoji. Did it really? Did my boo-hooing really have you like that? I was just exaggeratedly crying like a little baby. He was. It's a literal baby cry. Literal exaggerated baby crying. It's my mom too. I kind of have a baby face. You agree? I think my face is really round. Baby face. Thank you, Sarah Core. I feel like I'm in middle school with the wolf girl again. Who's the wolf girl? Thank you, argue with your mommy. Who's mommy? Coffee. What would Jonathan think of Gigi? Positive things. Jonathan sees the good in everyone. Thank you, A-listers! Thank you for being protected in ENreco. It'll be odd seeing you go from a humble knight to Jonathan to Boko's vintage Gigi again, but I love both. But the difference in personalities makes it really feel like you are watching Jonathan G, but a mere knight. Yeah. The gap Moe. So when you see Jonathan again, it will have been a while, and you will have missed him. Why is my thing broken? Where did my mouse go? Where's my mouse? Hello? 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 Uh-oh. 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 What's happening? My mouse dead? Mouse was dead. My bad. Thank you, Lunar. Just want to thank you for making the World Tree in ENreco. It's embarrassing a bit, but after Fauna left, I wasn't feeling up to ENreco. When I heard your tree, that helped me get over it and tuned in. I'm glad I did because it was a blast. No, that's understandable. We must. I'm glad that the World Tree was there for you. I think that she will always be here. That World Tree that she planted in our hearts, she's nurtured it for such a long time. So she will always be. Trees live a long time, you know. Trees grow and they sprout and they have tons of rings when you know the age of a tree. Trees live for a very, very long time. I'm missing some. This is not updated. Okay. I will read these. I have to wrap up so I can send you all to Rawa's birthday, which I will be Among Us-ing later. But where'd they go? It's not updating. I have to get it from here. She's getting ready at the moment? Oh, okay. Does Jonathan say thank you to the bus driver? Yes! He's very polite. Jonathan is very polite. Hold on. Here? I forgot where my super messages are. No, here. Right here! I found them! Ahem. Among Us? Among Us? What did I miss? Here? Wait, where did I leave off? Wow, I didn't update any of these. Looking. Perceiving. I found it! I found where I am! Thank you, Baba Booey! She loved Enreco was my birthday and I found out I get to see you in Boston. Happy birthday! Anime Boston? Excited to see everyone going there! Baba Booey! Hope you have a wonderful birthday! Thank you for the tale of Jonathan G. You've done great! Thank you, Sonic Jerry. Late G Mooning really enjoyed Enreco Chapter 2 and can't wait for Chapter 3. Huzzah! Huzzah! Thank you, Flying Penguin. Love seeing Jonathan's growth through Chapter 2. I'd love to hear more about what you thought of the character arcs. The other were crafting and how you considered how Jonathan would fit into those stories. Minecrafting. Love to hear more about what I thought of the character arcs. The other... I could not parse that sentence, but I realized you're making a Minecraft joke. And I was like, what's... You're crafting? What do you mean you're crafting? You're crafting? First we mine, and then we craft! First we mine and then we craft! I don't know. I like what's happening. I think Liz and Narissa got some crazy doomed Yuri stuff. I am curious to know what is going to happen in Chapter 3 with Liz's character. And I wonder if Jonathan and Liz will have any moments. Because they trust each other as knights. But where is Liz's resolve now with the Yuri? Gonna be interesting. I think I want to see and play more into whatever way Liz is going. Because it's either siding with Advent or going against Narissa. So there can either be them helping each other or fighting. And I think whichever way it goes, it'll be very interesting to see. Thank you, Aven! Thank you, G and Jonathan! I was so engrossed all 8 days that I can stop procrastinating on things now. Yes! Let's both stop procrastinating on things and getting things together. Thank you, Plankton! I love Jonathan's weakness and his growth in Season 2 makes him a deeper and relatable character. I was really into Enrec. It was a special experience for me. Thank you for the wonderful adventure. Please take a good rest afterwards. Thank you! And thank you for the wonderful thumbnail art! Please check the description to see Plankton. Plankton's wonderful art. Thank you, Bale! Cherished memories. Memories that we've cherished. Thank you, Bunker Zero. Hey, do you just want to say you and Shiori freaking illed it? Wouldn't expect anything less from two members of Hololive Fanfic Club. Yes, our fanfiction club. Will Jonathan turn evil if given the opportunity? Yeah. I said earlier, it wasn't off the table. It was on the table, just at a lower percentage of it happening. But I was ready. I was ready for him to be evil. Kind of. Not really evil, but more losing his moral compass. Thank you, Naigo. As of right now, I just finished the VOD of Day 3, so I just entered Descendant Supa. I'm truly amazed by your ability on roleplay and improv, so keep being the most creative gremlin ever, Gigi Morin. Thank you! Thank you, Electron. GM at my grandma's place for Mother's Day, and I can't stop grinning because there was a Gigi screaming yapping in my right ear. What about your mom? Can I talk to her too? Hey, Wise King! Thoughts on one-sided angst between Jonathan and the Queen? Either side? Yes, yes, forgive me for my delusions. Okay, I will feed into your fantasy for your fan fiction. I think for a romance between Jonathan and the Queen to happen, it would be very difficult because Jonathan sees himself as, you know, a loyal knight to the queen, and thus below her. And the queen is meant to marry someone of higher status, you know? So not he. And mayhaps, if you want to write something of angst, right? Mayhaps through their journeys together and Jonathan filling this gap in his memory and the hole in his heart, he comes to realize he has something more of fondness for the queen. And it is very easy to write a budding romance, but he does not think himself worthy of the queen and would self-sabotage himself, or would have to leave. Or if the queen got married, there's Angst Avenue there. Whoever wishes to write fan fiction, anything could happen. Yeah. I don't think that Jonathan would confess to the queen simply because of, you know, how the times are, where it's like, you know, if you're in the setting, I think it's like a common trope, and then the royalty goes off in their arranged marriage and stuff, and it's like nothing you can do about it. What about the other way around? The other way around, I don't know what's going on in the queen's head. I'm sure Jonathan could be persuaded. Given enough time, I think he could be persuaded. Thank you, Kazuki. Eggs, my favorite snack, so yummy. Yummy. If the queen really pushed for it and was truly in love, I think Jonathan would fall to the queen. Thank you, Zamba! Ow! Ow! Thank you, Pair Gigi. What am I gonna do with my pair Jonathan persona now? Also, I woke up just now. What did I miss? Why are we in a chair? What about Pair Gigi? You must return. Must return to Pair Gigi. Thank you, Light Effectsor. ENreco Season 2 was great. I was unaware of Jonathan's game for a while, but looking back, it was one of the best arcs of the season. I'm looking forward to how it progresses into Season 3! Into Season 3! Thank you, NB Mango. There are voices in your head, and sometimes they make out with each other. Grim Kiss? See you next April 1st. Thank you, Turtle Kills. Thank you for the long week of ENreco. Jonathan and Immerkind pacing at the same time. Disorienting people was amazing. I saw that image that someone made, where the circle and then the back and forth. The pacing. The memes people were making on Twitter were so silly. Thank you, Kai. Oh, Gigi, was there a point you consider steering Jonathan G down a more villainous route given how much emotional damage he suffered? Was there a question answered? Did you hear my answer to your question? Yes. Thank you, Cozy Momo. I'm related to ENreco, but what does the back of your New Year's outfit look like? I'm putting together a cosplay for Anime Boston and I'm confused by the rope in the back. Thank you and see you soon. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Someone tell them. Someone find out for them. Thank you, Pair Gigi. What if Jonathan gets married? Would we, the voices in your head, also be married? Yes. Yes. I'm excited to see your cosplay, though. Please show me. Thank you, Bug. It was the best week of this year for sure. Thank you for everything. I think you are really amazing at it. The best. Oh, would you consider me an Oshi of yours? Slept 3 hours a day. 3 hours. Wait, 3 hours a day, kind of crazy. Why is he sitting in another suba just to push the Queen X Night agenda? Don't mind me. I hope you enjoyed my fanfic. Thank you, Quackslot! Jonathan's constant pacing in circles had me dying. Also, when Yavelle started playing the ENreco theme and stunlocked Jonathan Cinema. That stunlocked me. I literally can't think and listen to music at the same time. So, his stunlocked was me stunlocked. Also, because I didn't mute the in-game music, so I was listening to the in-game music on top of Monster playing, on top of trying to think of a sentence, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. And I'm sure you can tell when people walk by and I hear them and they sound like they're right next to me and I swivel my head, I literally can't think. Like, I'm in the middle of a sentence and then I get like I'm a sim and someone cancels my action. I was like, what? I'm a sim in the middle of a conversation and someone's just trying to queue up another action. I'm like, what's going on? What are you talking about? Thought that was on purpose? It was a little bit on purpose where I would stare at them, but I really was a little, a little confused. Thank you, Awoo! Inu! Boko's Binted, Awoo! Thank you, the guy in here. Okay. Thank you, Jim. Looking forward to Absolute GG. Nima. And ENreco 3. Thank you, Egbert. Oh, fumble night. I look forward to how many hearts you can break and or be broken by in Season 3. This stuff is fake for so long as it's not hot pink when that girl is crazy. I wonder what the hot pink one is planning. She seems like she is going a little crazy. They're fighting. No, the girls are fighting. Thank you, Slate. Thanks for the ENreco streams. The work and effort was greatly appreciated by all. Grams, did you and CC both talk about having serious talk walking patterns, or was it coincidence? Coincidence. That's just... I didn't even notice until you guys posted about it on twitter.com. Thank you, Danny! Jonathan XG Pain ship in ENreco 3. They cannot exist in one timeline. It would be too crazy. Thank you, Jessica. There's a question. Feel free to keep this one secret. Did Jonathan really mean the stuff about celibacy and wanting the queen in the top bunk, or was he just saying it to give the Shiori the ick on purpose? I would believe the vow of celibacy. The top bunk was most definitely a, I need to get out of this situation. Thank you, Pot Pot! Hello, Gigi! You are so amazing in ENreco Season 2. You served and slayed every day. Can't wait for Season 3 and more of Jonathan's adventures. Glory to the Wolfpack! Ow! Ow! Thank you, Frigid! Oof, if Mori was on Primo, it must have been double hard not to watch. I know. Why was she there? Why was Morgan Ramsey there? Thank you, Kosuke. I wonder how many I've been planned in advance through RPs considering the time they have recorded the VA for the final cutscene. Literally no idea. Didn't even know that we were going to have a final cutscene. Everything just happened. Happened so suddenly. I wonder... No, I don't know. Literally don't know. Thank you, Fia. Can't stop getting scared when I change tabs now. Fia? The cat? Thank you, D4, G Mooney. Would you do a clip watch along of ENreco moments? There's so much peak this season. I don't know. Maybe. Chances are treading towards, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we can just pull some up randomly here and there. Did do it with Bibu and Callie last time? Yeah, on the official channel. If that is what happens, then yes. Thank you, Bale. Jonathan Season 3 are crashing out and releasing the full fury of the wolf within the Dark Knight, John Wick. Arr! Thank you, Watotoda. I think that's what I love the most. No offense, but I can't keep up with your speed reading, so having a place to see the lore myself would be nice. My bad. I think it's good. I think people that archive the text themselves, it's helpful. It is helpful to reread things. Thank you, Black Worm. Shiori and Jonathan's relationship was just like a relationship I have, so I was both reliving a bit of the angst I felt, but also like appreciating another way it could have ended. Ow! Ow! Marcus, I really like how you developed Jonathan's relationship with the peasant, helping with her confession and it culminating in a manly bond of brotherhood's peak. Also, you did great with the joke setups like her pee-pee. And her hole! Don't forget her hole! Thank you! Eating Mike Tyson's ass! I'm glad almost everyone was able to match your freak! Yay! Yippee! Thank you, Big J! Did Jonathan remember all the grammar? No. You know. Thank you, Crimville! Guys, can you tell me when Rara's stream start? Has it started yet? I'm scared. Has it started? It has? I gotta. How long? How long has it started? She started? 20. Okay, I'm booking it. Thank you, Crimville! I've been here for a shorter time than most, but it's been a blast so far, so here's to many more memories! Many more memories! Yay, memories! Memories bring back, memories bring back. Thank you, Vic. Love the tree. Can we talk about the tree? Did anyone talk to you about it in DM or maybe Fauna itself? You're allowed to say, I love that you made it. No, no one talked to me about the tree. I just made the tree. Make the tree. Gazed upon the tree. Satisfied with my tree. Thank you, Zephyr Kitten! Thanks for the awesome week! We're all very proud of your restraint for not romancing Callie and Crony. Big shout out to the ENreco archive site. I did all the daily summaries of your POV and it was kind of fun. You the bomb! Thank you! I know that keeping up that archive site was a really, really large undertaking, was how many hours people played every single day and how many plot lines that people would fall into, and that there was a lot of things to be, you know, you were locked in for like 5 hours a day, which is crazy. Very crazy. Oh my god, it's eating Mike Tyson's ass again. Jonathan being freaky is the best Jonathan. Yeah, if you need to rehash some things, make sure to check out that archive site. Thank you, Blaze, for days. My favorite clip was when Jonathan started advertising Bay's pee-pee and hole. Everyone, check out the peasant's pee-pee hole. Thank you, Wise King. Forgot to ask, can you post a link of the Tam gender he-him pronoun memes? Her pronouns are he-him. I have to find it. It's in my likes. It is on Twitter. Someone drew it. The art's really good too. So funny. So funny and so silly. It's right here! I found it. Here! For you. Thank you, D4! Shiori really did like Jonathan for the crony bunk bed suggestion. You can see her approval points plummet in real time. It's like when you're having a conversation with someone and you see the Sims minus relationship points right above their head. And you're like, oh, uh-oh, they did not like that. Or nobody liked that. Thank you, Aberbretta! One of my favorite quotes was, you can have my wife. The queen could, if the queen wanted. Thank you, Sir Vic! Been an absolute blast to watch the stories unfold, especially Jonathan with the and his Wolfpack. Must have been taxing, though, to do this for 7 days. 7 days? To die? 7 days to die? Thank you, Brax. I think self-love route was good because it's something that a lot of people need to achieve, because you can't love someone else till you love yourself. Yeah! I think it goes well for Jonathan to make him into a more independent knight, and then later on he becomes a much more mature knight that just does things on his own. Like, imagine him like a wandering knight, and he's like the really, really awesome wandering knight that goes to random villages and helps him and then just bounces and pieces out. Wouldn't that be cool? And he would be so self-assured and confident. He needs his confidence. Thank you, Albin! I cried so hard when Jonathan said he couldn't love because when he looked at the moon, he was reminded of a pearl. And the line, you can always count on the moon, broke me. The moon will always become full again. Always. Thank you, Psycho Jack. What was your favorite moment you have to stream as Jonathan? I don't know. I like all the silly things. The really silly things that happen just on the cusp of a moment. Off the cuff. Randomly. I liked whenever I said, yeah, I've had 5 therapy sessions in the last 24 hours. Thank you, Meep. How did it feel roleplaying with Shiori after not overly RPing the first season and also getting to know her more? You two truly cooked. It was fun! I had a good time. It really felt like they had a very complicated, complex relationship building there. And they still do. They have a lot of things going on. Thank you, Bronsaw. Love the part at the end where Jonathan G grabbed and said, "This was truly our enigmatic recollection, the chains of fate, and start kissing at the rhythm of legends never die." That hit me. Yeah. Same. Thank you, Jessica Cat. No more eggs, please. Eggs. Then you should know me, man. EXE. Jonathan deserves all the maidens. Ow! Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Kazuki. I answered this. Thank you, Mike. Would Immerkind have to turn evil for Jonathan to turn evil as Immerkind is Jonathan moral compass? I don't know. No. If Immerkind turned evil, Jonathan would try to set them back, as that is what a wolf pack does, as a wolf pack's duty. Something else would have to happen for their moral compass to be shattered. Thank you, Derby. Why do I hear eggs as eggs? Eggs. Thank you, Oni Mortar. What you're saying is like GG Jonathan G is a needy beta? I don't know. Who's writing the Omegaverse fanfic of Enreco? Any of that exist yet? Thank you, Serious! Hey, aren't you the knight who's going around Vestal helping out the peasants? The queen said to give you this. Thank you! Thank you, Apple Range Pog Champ. Miss Enreco due to surgery. Fun times. I have to catch up now. Oh. I'm glad. It seems that since you are here, you are recovered. I hope it went well and swimmingly, and that you have a good time catching up to Enreco. Congratulations! Yeah, huzzah! Thank you, Nagi. Really enjoy the adventure of Jonathan. They're very Ikemen in a weird way, just like you. You think Gigi Moonin of Hololive Justice is Ikemen? You think so? I had to think especially fast on my toes in response to the plots and antics around you. Every moment. You cannot rest a single moment in Lebesto. Not one moment. Thank you, excellent! Hello, Gigi Mooney, hello, Live Ian Justice. If Jonathan G was Cookie Run Cookie, which cookie would he be? He would look like Madeline, but not share the same personality. They are not the same personality-wise. But I can see him in all that knightly armor, long flowing locks. Then you did this. Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping citizens in the Vestal, right? The queen says to keep up the good work and to give you this. Thank you! Would I ever play other gachas? What do you mean ever play other gachas? I always play other gachas. I'm always, literally all the time, I'm always playing other gachas. What are you talking about? I'm always playing gachas. It's just my vice. Okay, I've caught up. I hope that it has given you a little more insight. I didn't answer everything. I didn't think of all of it. But the most present thoughts in my head have probably been said. And then you probably know some things. And happy birthday to Rara! Yay! Give her lots and lots of love, okay? Okay? And I will see you guys from Mogus later. Yippee! Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you guys for watching. And if the time zones were off, thank you for staying up or trying to keep up by watching the VODs and everything, and then waking up to like 5-hour VODs every day, which is kind of crazy. Very, very crazy. I really, really appreciate your guys' support. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for watching and chatting. And thank you for leaving comments. I read them and they make me happy. And I will see you guys later. See you later. Bye-bye.